I've seen someone come to on my face and said something in internet, a lot of going on.
Sean Strickland this week said that he's the only guy out there to beat you.
He always talks on my show.
But you guys trained together and you choked him out a few times, right?
We did spar a lot before, but that's why he's so mad.
This guy choked him out as well.
Yeah, take him down and submit him. Rear naked choke.
Now Sean gonna talk about bad things as well, so we'll see.
Can Sean defend Khamzat to the point that he doesn't get written out and taken down and controlled for 25 minutes? I don't know that. I don't know that. But I tell you one thing that I do know is that if that guy that showed up tonight shows up in that fight, it will be much more difficult a fight for the great Khamzat Chimaev. Why? Because even Israel Adesanya, at the peak of his power, struggled with that version of Sean Strickland. The Dricus Du Plessis fight, it didn't seem like Sean was locked all the way in. He seemed a little messed up, and it showed. It showed his body language, his posture, his lack of confidence. It showed in his coach getting frustrated. There were a number of reasons why he just didn't look the same. But tonight he looked the same. He looked like the guy that became the world champion.
He walked into the press conference declaring himself the only one capable of beating Khamzat Chimaev. A statement dripping with defiance, almost mocking, but the untold story, the one whispered behind closed doors, is far more explosive. Khamzat didn't just train with Sean Strickland, he choked him out multiple times. Let that sink in. The very man now challenging him, the one oozing confidence, has been submitted by Chimaev in private. This isn't just about a future fight, it's about a brutal, forgotten history, an imbalance of power that fuels Strickland's intense animosity. It explains Chimaev's eerie quietness now. He already knows the outcome. The world just found out their secret past, a shocking revelation that redefines everything we thought we knew about their rivalry.
Extremely impressed. Yeah, those first two rounds were close. They were competitive. I scored them both for Sean Strickland, but the fact that Anthony Hernandez was not only not getting any takedowns, but he only attempted the one, and it wasn't even really close. He wasn't able to get on the legs or anything. It felt like just a dominant performance from Sean Strickland, and then he goes out, lands that knee that starts the finishing sequence. I was blown away with it. I mean, Fluffy Hernandez had reached that territory over the 8-fight win streak where it was just like, is this guy gonna ever lose? Is he just gonna walk his way to the championship fight? I mean, it was truly a unprecedented, run for him, winning 8 in a row, and then Sean Strickland just put the brakes on it like that was incredible. Let's go to the post-fight. He obviously talks about Khamzat Chimaev. He calls him out in the post-fight presser. Do you think he's next, or do you think it's still Nassourdine Imavov?
An utterly commanding TKO victory where he entirely nullified Fluffy Hernandez's 8-fight win streak. Didn't hesitate to challenge Khamzat Chimaev. Chimaev's quietness in this situation says a lot. While he hasn't directly replied, and be quite sure Khamzat knows it completely. This isn't merely a challenge, it's
planting a flag. He's telling Khamzat and
that he's here for the huge contests, those that sell, those that create hype, and let's be real, along with marketability like Strickland's, Khamzat values a true challenge, and Strickland just gave one of his finest showings to date. This isn't mere chatter, it's an explicit claim for the next title fight, and Boers will have to answer it somehow.
See Houston, Sean Strickland ends the Fluffy Hernandez 8-fight win streak by finishing him in the third round. Surprising outcome, to say the least, for me. I did not expect him to finish Fluffy, and I did not expect Fluffy to get 0 takedowns and only attempt 1. What did you guys make of the fight? Ariel, we'll start with you.
All right. I thought it was an incredible win for Strickland. Obviously, he didn't look great in his last fight. I know that was a year ago. It felt like this was the moment where he had to step up. Fluffy had looked amazing as of late. Maybe you could say he hadn't fought, anyone of the level of a Sean Strickland, but I still thought that he was one of the best middleweights in the world. And I still think he's one of the best middleweights in the world. And it's kind of crazy that, we thought we were going to get, maybe a Fluffy RDR title shot, and both of them just on the cusp of getting that title shot, they both lose in very surprising fashion. Obviously RDR losing, what was it, back in October, I think it was, against Brendan Allen. So a huge win for Sean Strickland, a setback for Fluffy. I still think he can get there. And now the UFC, I still think that they're going to go with Khamzat versus Nassourdine. I think the bigger fight is Sean versus Khamzat. And I think Sean is doing whatever he can to try to, steer the talk in his direction with the stuff that he was saying either before or after the fight. But I still think they'll go with Nasruddin, and that's the right move. But the more sellable fight, if you want to call it that, is Strickland versus Chimaev. So
what a way to launch UFC Houston. Our guy just presented the swift results. Sean Strickland, 3rd round TKO over...
snapping an incredible 8-fight win.
As you heard, it was an unexpected result for many, especially its ending and the whole image showing how Grand Strickland versus a scorching challenger. He also has... Who earns the chance against Khamzat? Strickland's impressive showing and post-fight challenge turned him into more sellable fights. The UFC craves a storyline, and Strickland's latest performance against Fluffy Hernandez wasn't just a victory, it was a stunning masterclass, a redemption arc unfolding in real time. Just a year prior, he looked utterly disengaged in the Duplessis fight, seemingly messed up, displaying body language that screamed a lack of confidence and left his coach visibly frustrated. That night, he appeared a shadow of his championship self, almost as if a different fighter showed up. Tonight, however, the transformation was complete. He emerged from that shadow, radiating the intensity and focused aggression of a true world champion, leaving no room for doubt about his capabilities. This was a man reborn, ready to reclaim his place at the top. The real challenge unfolds. The discourse pits a deserving challenger against the more compelling bout. Even though Nasruddin Imavov has established an impressive record, as noted, a clear desire exists for Sean Strickland. This goes beyond mere fighting skill now. It concerns celebrity appeal, grudges, and attracting viewers. The analyst highlighted how a Strickland against Chimaev match guarantees a much more intense animosity, a dream for any promoter. However, the main point here remains Strickland's steadfast preparedness. He's someone who accepts every bout, always, under all circumstances. Such dedication holds immense value for the UFC, particularly when handling the unforeseeable challenges of bout timelines and health issues. Should Imavov manage to fit the UFC's schedule, rest assured Strickland will appear to grasp the chance.
The bigger fight sometimes getting it instead of, meritocracy, you still think it goes to Imavov over Strickland.
The unexpected TKO finish against Fluffy Hernandez, a fighter considered one of the best middleweights, left everyone stunned. Experts had anticipated a tough battle, perhaps a decision, but certainly not a definitive stoppage in the 3rd round. This wasn't merely a win, it was a statement. Hernandez, who had been on an incredible 8-fight win streak, was utterly nullified, his momentum brought to a screeching halt. Strickland's precise striking and relentless pressure proved too much, dismantling his opponent with a ferocity few expected. The crowd witnessed not just a fight, but an execution of strategy, a surgical dismantling that culminated in a shocking upset. What truly separated this performance was Strickland's unique fighting style, a defensive mastery often underestimated. He isn't the typical one-hitter-quitter knockout artist, nor is he merely a counter-striker. Sean excels at fighting on the back foot, dictating the pace and rhythm of the entire bout, even when not advancing forward. His jab, a constant smothering presence, acts as an impenetrable barrier, stifling opponents' attacks and preventing them from ever establishing their own offense. This defensive genius allows him to evade blows, control range, and systematically break down any assertive foe, turning their aggression against them. It's an almost paradoxical dominance. Fluffy Hernandez, a fighter on an unprecedented 8-fight winning streak, was considered unstoppable, seemingly destined for a championship fight. Many wondered if anyone could put a stop to his relentless march towards the title. Yet Strickland not only halted that incredible run, but did so with astonishing authority. Hernandez, known for his grappling prowess, attempted only one takedown throughout the entire fight, and it wasn't even close to being successful. He couldn't get near Strickland's legs, found no entries into his favored positions, and was utterly dominated. Strickland single-handedly put the brakes on a legacy-defining run, shattering the illusion of Hernandez's invincibility. Immediately following his commanding TKO victory, Sean Strickland wasted no time in making his intentions clear. He walked to the post-fight press conference and, with a directness that left no room for interpretation, called out Khamzat Chimaev. This wasn't just a casual challenge, it was an explicit claim for the next title fight, a gauntlet thrown down for the biggest contest in the division. He wasn't merely asking for a fight, he was demanding it, positioning himself as the undisputed contender. The message was loud, clear, and unmistakable. He was here for the huge contests, the ones that sell, the ones that generate unparalleled hype. Khamzat Chimaev's silence in response to Strickland's bold challenge speaks volumes. While he hasn't directly replied, it's undeniable that Chimaev is fully aware of Strickland's explicit claim. This isn't the quietness of ignorance, but rather the calculated pause of someone who recognizes a formidable threat and understands the implications. Strickland's performance and his subsequent call-out weren't mere chatter. They were a planting of a flag, a declaration that he is here for the major contests, the ones that ignite the fight world. Chimaev's quietness suggests he acknowledges the weight of the challenge, an implicit admission that this isn't just any ordinary call-out. The UFC now faces a profound dilemma, a critical juncture where meritocracy clashes directly with market dynamics. On one hand, Nasruddin Imavov boasts an impressive record, a legitimate resume built on beating top-tier competition and delivering exciting knockout performances. He has undeniably earned his right to a title shot, yet on the other side stands Sean Strickland, a fighter whose recent performance, explosive persona, and intense rivalry with Chimaev guarantee a much more compelling and sellable bout. The organization must weigh pure deservingness against the immense commercial appeal and narrative potential that Strickland brings to the table, a choice that will shape the division's future. Nasruddin Imavov, by all accounts, has earned his spot. He's an exciting, powerful fighter who consistently knocks out opponents and overcomes elite rivals. He's not boring, he brings action, and his performances have been nothing short of fantastic. You could do far worse than giving Imavov a title shot based purely on his impressive string of victories and the caliber of opposition he's faced. His journey represents the traditional path to championship contention, proving himself against the best in the division. If he were to be passed over, it would be for reasons entirely separate from his in-cage achievements, a testament to his undeniable skill. Sean Strickland, however, possesses a thing outside the cage that few can match. It's his raw, unfiltered persona, his controversial yet captivating marketability, and the undeniable grudges he cultivates that transform fights into must-see events. He creates storylines, generates hype, and commands attention in a way that transcends mere fighting skill. This unique appeal is precisely what the UFC craves, making him a promoter's dream. While Imavov's resume might be stronger on paper, Strickland's ability to attract viewers and inject animosity into a matchup is unparalleled, offering a massive commercial advantage that is hard for any promoter to ignore. Therefore, the bigger fight, the one guaranteed to sell more and generate unparalleled fervor, is undeniably Sean Strickland versus Khamzat Chimaev. The animosity between them is palpable, the history contentious, creating a narrative far more intense and captivating than any other potential matchup. This isn't just about two elite fighters, it's a clash of personalities, a simmering feud brought to a boiling point. The UFC thrives on these compelling storylines, and Strickland vs. Chimo offers a ready-made spectacle, a promotional goldmine that promises fireworks both inside and outside the octagon, drawing in even casual fans with its raw drama. Beyond marketability, Strickland offers something profoundly valuable to the UFC, an unwavering, almost insane readiness. He's the type of fighter who will accept a bout no matter what shape, what condition, what health he's in. This isn't just bravado, it's a proven track record of stepping up to the plate whenever and wherever the organization needs him. This unparalleled dedication and willingness to fight anyone, anytime, under any circumstances makes him an invaluable asset, especially when the unpredictable nature of fight timelines and unforeseen health issues inevitably arise. He is the ultimate fallback, the reliable soldier who always answers the call. The extent of Strickland's readiness is almost legendary, bordering on the absurd. As one analyst starkly put it, he would say yes to a fight even if he had his leg chopped off the day before. This vivid, almost shocking analogy underscores his extreme commitment and unyielding resolve. This isn't just about being in shape, it's a unique mental fortitude, a rare warrior spirit that few fighters possess. It places immense pressure on any rival vying for the same spot, knowing that Strickland will literally crawl into the cage if necessary. Such an unwavering dedication holds immense value for the UFC, making him incredibly appealing. This extreme dedication contrasts sharply with the potential situation for Nasruddin Imavov. While highly deserving, it's questioned whether Imavov possesses the same no-matter-what mentality regarding fight timelines or potential health challenges. If he shows even an inkling of not being ready for the UFC's provided time frame, he might just lose his shot. Strickland's constant readiness means that if Imavov isn't perfectly aligned with the organization's schedule, Strickland will appear in an instant to grasp the opportunity. highlighting the immense pressure on Imavov to fit the exact mold the UFC requires, or risk being bypassed by a more willing contender. Such unwavering dedication holds immense value for the UFC, particularly when grappling with the unpredictable challenges of fight scheduling, athlete injuries, and unforeseen health issues. In a sport where timelines shift constantly and main events can fall apart at a moment's notice, having a fighter like Strickland who guarantees he'll always show up regardless of the circumstances is a promoter's dream. He provides a crucial safety net, a reliable option that minimizes disruption and ensures cards stay intact. This steadfast preparedness isn't just a personal trait, it's a strategic advantage for the organization, a rare commodity in a volatile industry. Revisiting the Dracus du Plessis fight, it was clear Sean Strickland wasn't his usual self. He seemed a little messed up, lacking the usual confidence and intensity. His body language and posture revealed a fighter who wasn't locked all the way in. This stark contrast to his latest masterclass highlights his mental resilience and capacity for growth. The du Plessis fight was an anomaly, an off night for a fighter known for his relentless pressure and iron will. His ability to rebound from such a visible dip in performance to deliver a dominant TKO speaks volumes about his champion's mindset and adaptability, a critical factor in his current ascent. Some experts argue that Strickland's recent performance against Hernandez was even better than his highly regarded fight against Israel Adesanya. While the Adesanya bout was a championship-level performance, the anticipation was different. Adesanya typically counterstrikes rather than walks down opponents. Against Hernandez, Strickland's aggressive yet controlled game worked perfectly. The expectation was that Fluffy would be more aggressive, forcing Strickland into different positions. Yet Strickland not only handled it, but completely stifled Hernandez, showcasing a level of defensive mastery and offensive control that arguably surpassed his title-winning effort, demonstrating profound tactical evolution. The relentless smothering jab, a signature weapon in Strickland's arsenal, was on full display all night against Hernandez. It served as a constant deterrent, a proactive defense that consistently stopped Fluffy in his tracks and prevented him from getting off his offense. This wasn't just a basic jab, it was a strategic tool that managed range, set the tempo, and systematically broke down Hernandez's accuracy in entries. Opponents find it incredibly difficult to wade through this constant prodding, allowing Strickland to control the center and dictate every exchange. It's a testament to his fundamental skill and his coach's strategic brilliance, turning a basic strike into a formidable weapon. The absolute nullification of Fluffy Hernandez's grappling game was a critical component of Strickland's masterclass. Hernandez, a fighter renowned for his ability to secure takedowns and dominate on the ground, was rendered completely ineffective. He attempted only one takedown throughout the entire fight, and it was never even close. Strickland's defensive wrestling and ability to stifle entries were impenetrable. He gave Fluffy no thought for getting into the positions where he typically finds so much success, keeping the fight standing and on his terms. This defensive prowess against a grappling specialist showcased a complete fighter, dismantling a key aspect of Hernandez's formidable game. The surprising outcome of the TKO finish, especially given Fluffy Hernandez's incredible resilience and 8-fight win streak, added another layer of intrigue to Strickland's victory. Many, including seasoned analysts, did not expect Fluffy to be finished, let alone for him to secure 0 takedowns. The consensus was a grueling competitive fight, likely going to a decision. Yet Strickland delivered a definitive, conclusive finish, landing a knee that initiated the final sequence of strikes, leaving no doubt about the victor. This unexpected ending highlighted not only Strickland's improved striking, but also his ability to seize opportunities and capitalize on opponents' vulnerabilities. Despite Nasruddin Imavov's powerful resume and deserving claim, the potential for him to be passed up in favor of Strickland remains a stark reality. The UFC, at times, favors bigger, more marketable fights over a pure meritocracy. Imavov isn't a boring fighter, he's exciting, delivers knockouts, and beats top competition, clearly distinct from someone like Mavsar Evlov, who the UFC might actively avoid giving a title shot due to a perceived lack of fan engagement. Imavov is a legitimate gift of an option, a compelling contender. However, the shadow of Strickland's unparalleled marketability and unwavering readiness looms large, threatening to overshadow even the most deserving record. Ultimately, the title landscape presents the UFC with a tantalizing choice, a deserving challenger in Nasruddin Imavov versus the immensely compelling ever-ready showman Sean Strickland. Imavov's record warrants the shot, but Strickland brings a rivalry, marketability, and a no-matter-what attitude that is invaluable. This isn't just about fighting skill, it's about celebrity appeal, deep-seated grudges, and attracting maximum viewers. The decision will not only shape the next championship fight, but also reveal the UFC's current strategic priorities. Will merit prevail, or will the allure of an intense, guaranteed sellable clash take precedence, with Strickland standing ever ready to seize his moment?